I read in Another Life yesterday and cried a lot, so that's it for the intro. Same day, conversation. Kenma and Hinata. Shoyo. Yes, but I didn't finish. I don't care. Yes, what if it was something bad? Kenma, I can sense you're hurting through your text. Come over. I know that's what you were gonna ask. Alright. Kenma turned off his phone and put on a hood, putting his phone in the hood pocket. He put the hood over his head and left his room, going towards the front door and heading to Hinata's house. While he was walking, he put his hands in his hood pocket. He paused when he felt something cold. He slowly pulled out what it was. His game. His hand shook slightly as he stared at the game, his eyes starting to water as he remembered what happened. Because of it, he gripped the game and lifted his arm. This is your fault. He threw the game at the concrete and watched it break into pieces. His hands balled into fists at his sides as tears streamed down his face. He shoved his hands back in his pocket and kept walking to Hinata's house. When he got there, before he had the chance to knock, the door swung open and arms wrapped around him. Hi Kenma. He was shocked at first. After he processed what happened, he slowly lifted his arms and hugged Hinata back, his tears coming down harder. Hinata, Kuro, D. It's okay, I understand.
No, you don't understand. I really tried this time. I really tried. And I still failed. I really am a failure.
Hinata hugged Kenma tighter and felt his own eyes water. Kenma, you don't need to be alone right now, or at all right now. Stay here for a few days. Kenma nodded. Yeah, okay. They went up to Hinata's room and decided to sleep for tonight. Next day, 9:20 AM. I have to go to practice in 10, so do you want to stay here or go with me? Kenma sat with his knees to his chest, not hearing what was said. Kenma lifted his head and looked at Hinata. Did you say something? Hinata sighed when he saw Kenma's face. His eyes were red from crying all night and his nose was still red. You know what? Come on, you're going with me. Hinata grabbed Kenma's wrist and dragged him downstairs. Put your shoes on. You're going to practice with me. They walked to school and to the gym. Hey Hinata, why is Kenma here? Is he okay? I don't wanna talk about it. Just pretend like he isn't here. Suga and Daichi shrugged and walked back to the court. You can sit by the bench over there. Hinata went in his backpack and pulled out a game. Do you want this? Kenma looked at what Hinata was holding and slightly jumped back. Hinata's eyes widened and quickly snatched it back. Fuck, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's fine. Kenma and Hinata walked over to the bench. Kenma sat down on the floor and brought his knees to his chest, and Hinata put his bag on the bench. I'll be back, okay? Hinata jogged off to the court. Practice match. Bakuto and Kuro. Verbal conversation. Have you seen Kenma since yesterday? No, he wasn't at school today. I think you should check on him after practice. I was planning on it. I'm getting worried about him. After practice. Verbal conversation. Hinata and Kenma, you still think you're okay? A little better than before. Come on, let's go back to my house. They walked back to Hinata's house and went up to his room. 10 minutes later, his doorbell rang. I got it. He went downstairs and opened the door. Hi.